Look, you really got to ask yourself, if you know she's the flaky friend or he's the flaky friend, whose fault is it if they mess things up if you put them in your wedding?
She hit us up because she was supposed to be going to a wedding, a destination wedding, and it was going to be a small, intimate affair. So it was going to be very noticeable if she was not present.
Wasn't there like 15 people? Do I have that right?
Yep.
15.
Yes, 15 to 20, she said. And she had told the bride months ago, tickets are booked, can't wait, so excited. Now here she was days leading up to the wedding, and she hadn't done anything.
Now, was she in the wedding or just attending it? I mean, with 15 people, pretty much everybody's in it.
Yes, I've been to weddings like that. And we went to a Vegas wedding, and everybody who showed up was in the wedding.
That's cool.
Like, it was just one of those things. Like, it was so funny. I mean, there was a lot more girls there than guys, so it was very lopsided, but nobody cared, and it was so fun.
Did you have anybody in your wedding party that is so flaky that you're like, maybe they'll show, maybe they won't show?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. I chose wisely.
Wouldn't have invited.
You're not gonna. Yeah,
There are those men and women that are super, super flaky,
Yep.
and you never are really quite sure that they're going to show up, but you think that they would take like a wedding very seriously,
Yes.
but they've shown you for 20 years how flaky they are.
100. And so she hit us up, and we convinced her not to do the texting tutor. We're like, under no circumstances are we going to do this texting tutor, because this is a phone call. And two, you have to make this work. And so I became a travel agent and found a flight out of JFK to Aruba, where the wedding was.
Now they had to go through Maine and then Tucson.
No, we didn't use the one that had a 10-hour layover in Atlanta.
And then Quebec City. And then Frankfurt. And then
it was a direct flight to Aruba. We had her flying in Saturday. The wedding was on Sunday, and she was going to call out of work Monday and fly home. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything worked out.
And the stakes here felt very, very high. And I think Kristen was doing a really noble job of saying, like, hey, you've got to do everything you can. Because there's more than just like you not showing up at the wedding at risk here. You're going to lose your friendship.
Yeah.
And if you're saying that this is a best friend, and I even question that, because if it's your best friend, you buy the tickets in advance. But if your best friend, you don't show up for their wedding, that's it, man. That is the friendship is over. You need to get there quickly.
It depends on the excuse.
But I forgot to buy a plane ticket is probably not the good one.
No, it's not.
Yeah, death is the only excuse. It's like,
that's a good one.
Sorry I didn't show up. I was dead.
That's forgivable.
Yeah, it's not debatable.
All right, so the update, Cassie has it.
Please don't hate me.
Oh, no.
While I appreciate the time you took, I should have just been more honest with you. I know I mentioned money was tight for me, but I wasn't entirely clear, and I guess I felt a bit embarrassed. The truth is, the airline ticket you found was just way too much for me to afford right now. I had said I would find a way, but there really wasn't a way. I just don't have that kind of money, and I actually don't have anywhere to get it from. Sure, I have parents, but money is tight for them too, and I couldn't ask them for that kind of money knowing how tight their budget is. Plus, I knew it could be a very long time before I could pay them back, so obviously, I didn't go. Thankfully, my friend was understanding and doesn't hate me, although she doesn't really know the full truth. I told her that I had a family emergency and that I was really sorry to cancel my travel plans at the last minute. She was obviously concerned, but was respectful not to ask me for specifics. She just told me that they would miss me and to let her know if I needed anything. I felt so relieved. I should have known she would be so sweet and understanding that I couldn't make it. And sure, I should have been honest and told her a long time ago. However, it seems that the wedding was beautiful and was not at all impacted by my lack of attendance. I'll just celebrate with her at a later date when I can afford to take them out for a nice dinner. Anyhow, I'm sorry I wasted your time last week. I hope you understand.
So this isn't over. This one, I don't think, she thinks it's over, but I don't think this is over yet. Like, I think when the friend starts to ask her exactly what happened and our listener comes up with some lame-ass excuse on why she didn't show and somehow it's exposed, this is just a Band-Aid right here.
Because for me, if you all are best friends, and that's the definition we're going by, she's respecting your privacy right now, but at some point, you tell each other why you couldn't be there. Like, that's best friends disclose practically everything. So if there was a family emergency, she's going to expect details, rightfully so.
Y'all know me, I am always preaching to tell the truth and to be honest. I would lie. If I was her, there's no way that I'm going with the excuse that she just forgot to buy a ticket and that's why she's not going to be there.
That's over.
I would make something else up.
And the bride might have also been, it's the last couple of days before the wedding anyway. So she might be like, I don't even want to deal with this right now. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, hope everything's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Talk to you when I get back, and not really getting into it. This ain't over. Cass?
Man, I've been in her position before. I feel really bad for her when you just can't afford it. And it's really embarrassing when everyone else can. And then you get into a position where you're like, you're paralyzed because you're like, I need to figure this out. I don't know how to tell my best friend I'm not able to do it. I don't want to let her down on her big day. And yes, she made a mistake. She should have been upfront and come clean about it. But I really feel for her because that is a sucky feeling to know that you can't afford something for your best friend's day.
She could have afforded it at $400 2 months ago, but now it's $850 or $1,000 because she waited to the last minute.
You don't know that even $400 is a lot of money for expendable income, and some people just don't have that cash.
If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you can't afford a $400 flight.
I respect that, but why not just tell your friend that?
That's the problem.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Right.
No. That's the rub right there. And here, she needs to come clean with her friend.
100%, because this is not over.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.